Right, we're looking at doing the perspective drawing of this house over here. First of all, we need to find the RVP and LVP, the vanishing points. They are placed on this horizon line over here. And the way that we get that, we take a line going at the angle of this object over here. It's a 30-degree angle over there, going up to the picture plane, and then drop down onto the horizon line to get RVP. Please label it. You get marks for that. Right, same story over here. You can see the angle over there is at 60 degrees. I take a line from SP, the stationary point, up to the picture plane, drop a line down 90 degrees to find LVP, left-hand vanishing point, on the horizon line. Right, what we're going to start with, I'm going to start with this circle. Reason being is that you probably get the most marks off it, and I'm hopefully going to be able to show you how to just get points in space. This drawing is all about just finding points in space. So, step number one, what we're going to do is we're going to take a line coming from this point number one. You can identify point number one over there by, well, first of all, draw that little arc over there. You can split that into the little segments, and you can label point number one on that surface, point number two, point number three, point number 4, 5, 6, and 7 on that surface over there. I'm taking point number one, and I'm going to take it out at that angle, that 60-degree angle over there, because everything on this house is 60 degrees here. Okay, I'm going to label that as step number one. Okay, step number two, to finding the point, I'm going to locate point number one on this elevation view over here, and I'm going to draw a line out. So that would be step number two. I'm going to drop a line down over here, and that is going to be step number three. You can see that this line is going off in the direction of the left hand over there. So there's my left hand, it's going off in that direction, which means that I now take a line going back to the left hand vanishing point. That is step number 4. Step number 5, I'm going to take a line coming from point 1 over here down to the picture plane. There's step number 5. Okay, down to the picture plane and going towards the stationary point. I then drop a line, step number 6, down onto that line over there that I drew out as step number 4. There's step number 6. And by doing that, I have now found point number 1. Right, you can see that point number 7 is in line with point number 1. So I'm going to take a line out from point number 1. Take a line out from point number 1, going off to RVP. Take a line going from point number 7 down to the picture plane. Drop that down onto that line that I just drew out to RVP, and I've now found point number 7. Right, let's do point number 2. There is point number 2 over there. I'm going to take a line going out from point number 2 at that 60-degree angle. I'm going to find point number 2 over here, take a line across, drop a line down from where it cuts the picture plane, go off in the direction of the left hand, off to the left hand vanishing point. Find point number 2 over there. Take a line down to picture plane, going towards the stationary point. Drop a line down. And I have found point number 2. There's point number 2. Point number 2 and point number 6 are in line with each other. So I take a line going from point number 2 out to the right-hand vanishing point. Take a line from point number 6 going to the stationary point, crosses over the picture plane, drop that down, and there is point number 6 over here. Right, let's do point number 3. Point number 3, I take a line going from point number 3 find the height of point number 3. Drop a line coming down from where it crosses the picture plane there. Where it crosses over there, take a line going back to left-hand vanishing point. Go to point number 3 over here. Line up point number 3 with the stationary point. Drop a line down onto the picture plane. Take point number 3 down onto the line that you just drew out, and I have now found point number 3. Right, point number 3 and point number 5 are in line with each other. Take a line going out to RVP. Find point number 5. Line it up with SP. Take it down to the picture plane. Drop that down. And I've found point number 5 now. Point number 4, I'm going to take a line coming out from point number 4 over there, that 60-degree angle. Find point number 4 over here. Take the height across. Drop the line down from the picture plane. Take a line going back to LVP. Find number 4 over there. Drop that down onto the picture plane and drop that down into my view and link it up with that line that I drew out to the LVP. There's point number 4. Once you've got all those points, you can then do little dots going around just to get that nice curve story that you need. Okay, once you've got that in place, you can then draw in your nice curve, which will be looking something like that. There you go. There's your curve in your perspective drawing. Right, continuing here, I'm going to find this point over here. Let's call it point A. It's the bottom of the wall over here. I can see that it's obviously on the ground. So let's have a look. I'm going to take a line coming out at that 60 degrees, and I'm going to drop it down onto the ground. There's the ground line. I'm then going to take that back to the LVP. Note that that was going in the left-hand direction, so I'm taking this back to the left-hand vanishing point. Once I've got that, I now take that corner of the wall, I take that down to the stationary point, and I drop a vertical line coming down over here onto that line that I drew out to LVP. Once I've got that, I can now draw a line going out to RVP, representing this wall going out to that corner over there. So here I go, out to RVP. I now take that corner of the wall where it ends. I'm going to take that to the stationary point. Take that to the stationary point, drop that down, and I now have that length of wall. Now, before I start drawing that line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop 2 lines coming down from point 7 and from point 1 onto that wall, and then I can draw that wall in without having to rub out little bits of line later on in the drawing. All right, next thing that I'm going to look at is finding that internal part of the wall. You see point 7 over there, going back to a little point over there. I'm going back in the left-hand direction over here. Let's just take a small line going back to LVP. Take that point over there, behind 7, take it down to the stationary point, drop that down onto the line that I just drew, and I can now draw in that little piece of wall over there. You can do the same story for number 6 over here. There's point number 6. I've got another point behind there, so I'm going to find that little point number 6. Let's just do that quickly. Okay, so point number 6. Take the point number 6 going back over here. Point number 6 going back. All right. Find point number 6 on that back wall over there. You might be able to see that. So let's do that. Take that down. Drop that down. And you have point number 6 on the back over there. Right, once I've got that in place, I'm going to take a line going back from point number 7 over there, and I can now draw a line coming up over here and curving round to that point that I just found over there, just to give that impression of that back part of the door. Right, once that's done, I'm going to then look at doing this little chimney part and get that in place. So, right, I'm going to do this in the opposite direction. Up until this point, I've been working very much off the lines going off to the left hand. This time, I'm going to work going off to the right hand vanishing point. Note the angle that I'm using over here. I'm taking this point over here. Let's call it D. Point D over there. It's down on the ground, okay? I'm going to take a line coming from D at that 30-degree angle now. I'm going to find D. There is D down at the bottom over there. Take D out. There it is, step number 2. Drop that down onto the line at the height. Take that back to the RVP. Just get a longer ruler here. Taking that out to RVP from there.
Please pardon the interruption.
And then drop D down to
public speakers. Please meet Mrs. Pereira in the library and first break.
picture
Rock
plane.
climbing. For all rock climbers, meet Mr.
And
Cummins
drop that
at first
down.
break at the drawing room.
And you have found point number D.
Right,
So I found point D over here. That's down at the bottom. I want to find the point that's above point D. So let's call that point E right up at the top of this thing. Okay, so I've got point D down there. I've got point E up at the top over here. Right, you can see already I've taken a line out. I then come over here and I draw a line coming out from point E. I drop that line down over there. So I've now got to take a line going back in the direction of RVP. Take that back in the direction of RVP. You can see that point D and E, they're on the same point. So that line coming down there, dropping down, and I now have point E at the top over here, which is going to be very useful for the rest of my drawing. I know that I can see that line, and I can draw that in dark straight away. Right, I need to find this point over here at the top, and that point over there at the top. Let's start with this one at the top over here. I've already got a line going back to RVP, so all I need to do is to take this point, let's call it point F. I'm going to take point F down to the picture plane, going to the stationary point at least, and then I'm going to drop that down vertically, and there is point F over there, and I'll just label that, and I can draw that in straight away onto my drawing. Right, once I've got E and F, I now need to take a line going back from point E, line going back from point E over there, and a line going back from point F over there to the LVP. I'm going to find these points over here. Let's call that point G over there and H over there. Right, let's take those 2 points down to the stationary point. G, coming down there, drop G down, and there is G on that point over there. There is G. I can draw a line going from F to G, and I can do the same thing for H. Take a line going from H down to the picture plane, drop that down over here, and you can see where H is over there, where it connects with E, there's H, and I can now draw in a line, which if I've drawn accurately, should end up linking up nicely with RVP, going through G, going to H over there. This over here, you can see, goes from E to H, and there's the top of the chimney. Right, I've got this point D over here. I'm going to take a line going from D over there down at the bottom, out to LVP, and I can drop a line going from H down to that line that I just drew, and I found the side of my chimney over there. Right, I can see my chimney goes back to the wall. I found the line going back from that corner over there to LVP at the corner of the wall. So I can now take a line going from point D to the wall in the direction of RVP over there. And I can finish off my wall nicely over there. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find the corner of this roof. You can see that the corner of the roof is actually physically touching the picture plane. If it is touching the picture plane, I can then take a line directly across, over here from that corner of the roof, okay? And you can see that it drops down over here, and I can find the corner of my roof. Let's call it R1, R1. Right, corner of my roof. I need to find that little point over there, the corner of the roof that is at that point over there. You can see that corner over there. That's the point that I need. Let's call that R2, R2, and R2. Let's find this by using that lovely little method. You can see a line already coming down at the 60 degrees over there. R2 coming down over there. That's step number one. Step number two, find the height of R2. Take a line across from R2. It drops down. It crosses over at that point. I'm going in the left-hand direction, so I need to go off to the LVP. Okay, left-hand direction, you can see that idea. So off to the LVP. Take R2 over here, take that to the stationary point. Line from R2, drop that down. Step number 6 is taking it down and finding R2 at that point over there. There is R2, and I can now join up R1 and R2, getting the slant of that roof. Right, I can drop a perpendicular line coming down from the corner of this chimney over here, and I know that the roof is going back. It's going back to this point over here. All right, so I've got R2 going back over there to the RVP, and I can draw in that little line going over there, going back, and I can finish off my chimney over there like that. Right, you can see the edge of the roof going back to that point over there. Let's call that point R3. Take a line going back from R1 to RVP. There we go. I'm going to find R3 now by dropping a line from R3 down to the stationary point. Crosses over the picture plane. Drop that down. And I found the corner called R3 over there. R3. And I can join R1 and R3 over there. Right, R3 goes up to this point over here. Let's call that R4, okay? R4, you'll see it as hidden detail over here. There's R4 as the hidden detail. Don't get confused about the top of the roof and where R4 is. I'm going to take R4. You can see it coming out at this angle over here. R4 coming out at that 60-degree angle over there. There's step number 1. Step number 2, I take a line coming across from R4. step number 3. So that was step number 2. Step number 3, drop a line down. There's step number 3. I'm going back in the left-hand direction, so I must go off to the left-hand vanishing point over here. Step number 4, there it is. Step number 5, I go to R4 over here. Step number 5, R4. There's step number 5. And drop it down as step number 6 onto that line. And I have now got that R4 over there. And I can join R3 and R4 up with a nice solid line. Right, once I've got that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by drawing this little line over here, coming right out to the edge over there. Let's call this R5. Right, sorry, I'm going to do this gable part over here. Let's call that G over there, corner of the gable, G2, and G3 at the top over here. Okay, G3 right at the top. I should maybe call that G1. So G1, G2, and G3. Right, let's find G1. Same story again. Take a line coming down from G1 at that 60-degree angle. Find the height of G1 over here. Take the, let's just take that out a little bit longer. Take G1 from the picture plane down. You are going off to the left-hand vanishing point. Remember, that's going in the left-hand direction. Don't ever get confused. Take that back to left-hand vanishing point. Take a line going from G1 over there to the picture plane. Drop that down. And there is the corner of the gable, G1 over there. I'm going to take G1 back to RVP over here. G1 going off to RVP. I know that G1 and G2 are in the same line. There's that line going back over there. I need to find G2 on that line. So I'm going to take G2 going down to the picture plane. G2 dropping down onto that line I drew out to the RVP. And I found G2 over there. G3. G3, you can see I've got a line already coming out at that 60-degree angle. I'm going to drop that down onto a line coming out from the top of G3. It intersects over there. I can now take a line going back to LVP. I'm going to take a line going from G3. G3. I'm going to drop that down from where it cut the picture plane, and I find G3 over here, G3, and I can now join G2. Sorry, let's just find G2, 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 G2 is that point over there. G2 is that point over there. G3 is that point over there. Let me get confused here. There. G1 goes to G3. Up there. Right, there is my gable over there. I want to find the bottom of the gable over here. So let's go down to the bottom of the wall. Let's call it wall 1 and wall 2. I'm going to take that line coming down. Comes all the way down. Let me just continue that line all the way down there. Okay. I'm going to take that back in the direction of LVP. There it is. I can now drop a line coming down from G1 over there, intersecting with that point over there. I can drop a line, or actually let me just take a line going back from where wall 1 is. There's wall 1, going back to RVP over there, and I can drop a line coming straight down from G2 onto that point over there, giving me wall 2, and I can join those two dots up nice and easily like that. Right, there's my gable, or the front of the gable. Let's find the top part of the gable. You can see it goes back a little bit. Let's call that G4 over there. How do I find G4? Well, I've already got that line going back to LVP over there. All I need to do is to take G4 down to the picture plane, drop that down, and I can now draw in top of the gable over there. I need to find, let's call that G5 over there. G5, I've already got this line coming out from G1 over there, and I'm going to take G5 down to the picture plane, to the stationary point, drop that down, and I now have that little piece of line over there, which I can then link up with G4 at the top, G4 at the top. Right, once I've got that, you can see that I've got R3 over there. R3 is the edge of that roof, and I can draw a line. Sorry, let me just draw in this wall. I can drop that line down over there, drop that, take that across over there, and I'm going to take R3 over there. R3, that's the corner of the roof, line that up accurately with LVP, and I'm going to draw a line coming forward over here, which you can see doesn't link up with the top over there. It's that ridge of the roof going in there. Same story with R4 over there. Line R4 over there up with LVP and draw forward, and there's the ridge of the roof. You can see that it's not coming to the top of the roof over there, and that is as correct as you're going to get it. Right. Once I've got that, I'm going to find this edge of the cap of the roof. Let's call it C1. Okay. Let's take a line coming out from C1 at the 60-degree angle over there. I'm going to find the cap of the roof. There is C1 over there. Take it out, getting the height. Drop a line down. Next with that height line, take it back to LVP. Find C1. Take a line to the picture plane. Drop that down. And I have now found C1 over there. And I can now line C1 up with RVP. There it is. And I can draw a line going back like that. And you can see it's coming in sort of into that chimney part over there. That would be that point over there, which we can't actually see on the drawing. Right. Once I've got that, C1 needs to go down to this point over here. So we need to find that point. You can see that point. Let's call it C2 over there. Okay, C2. I'm going to draw that line down over there. I'm going to drop that down onto that point. That would be this point over here, C2. I'm going to take a line out from C2 over there. I'm going to drop that down over there. I'm going to take a line going out from there to LVP. I'm going to take a line going from C2 down to there. I'm going to drop a line down from C2 coming down to link up with this line that I haven't extended it enough. There we go. There is C2. I need to take that back to... this is getting complicated. C2, going off to, no, this is not working. Sorry, something's wrong here. There, coming down, there is C2 is somewhere over there, C2, there we go, okay, and I need to link up C1 with C2, there we go. Sorry, these lines get very complicated. It would be hidden detail going in there, but there's the slope of the roof that you've got there. I need to take another line. You can see this corner of the wall over there. I'm going to take that back to the gable over there, and you'd have hidden detail going in there, which we can't see. I've also got a line which is going to go up over here from that corner. Remember, it's a three-dimensional drawing, so there should always be 3 lines going into each corner. All right, you can see over here, I've also got 2 lines going into that corner and a line going vertically up there, just to complete that. There's obviously that little chimney part over there. I'll try and do that now. All right, continuing here, you can see 2 lines going into that corner over there. I just need to draw a line going up from there to there, and that will give me the corner of the wall. The last little thing that I need to do is to find all these little gaps in the wall, the windows, etc. So you can see there's a window over there, and they also have this little fireplace sort of thing going in the chimney. So let's start by looking at getting that little window story on this wall over here. Okay. Let's take some lines. Whoops, wrong set square. Take the line coming from the window over here, going in the 30-degree over there. Let's take the height of that window. There it is, coming across there. Drop a line down to the height of the window. Take a line going back to RVP. Go to the point in the window over there. Line it up with SP. Draw a line to picture plane. Drop a line down onto that line that I drew out. And there's that point, the corner of the window over there. Right, I've got a line that is going to come out from that corner, going off to LVP. I'm going to take this corner over here on the window. Let's take that down. Sorry, let's just do that. There it is. Take that down. Watch is going wild. There we go. And I can now draw a line, a nice dark line going in there. Right, let's find the top of the window. Same story. You've got that line coming out over there, line dropping down. Let's find where the height of it is. Let's take a line coming out over here. It crosses over. See the line dropping down there, connects over there. Take a line going back. Sorry, let's get that right. Sorry, whoops. Let's just take that all the way out. Sorry, I'm trying to work too quickly here. Taking that out. There it is, coming down, down. Connects at that point over there. That's the height of the window. I need to take that back to RVP over there. Okay, and you can see where it will connect with that vertical line over there. Right, I can draw a line going down to the corner over there. I can take a line going out to LVP. Just draw that from the top over there, going out to LVP. And you can see that it connects at that point over there with this line coming up from that corner over there. So I can draw a line going across there and a line coming down over there. Right, that window has got a little window pane in there. Okay, so what we need to do is to find that window pane. I'm going to take a line going off to RVP, just a small little line going out to RVP over there. I go to the window pane inside here, and I take a line going down to the picture plane. I drop that down into my picture, and I now have my window pane, which I can draw a line going down to there. I can draw the little line going across to there, and I can draw a line going from LVP coming down to that new corner over there, and draw that little line going in there, giving me that impression of that window in there. Right, let's draw the top part of this chimney over here. Again, take some lines. I'm going to take these lines out at that 30-degree angle there. Right, they are at the top of the chimney. Take a line coming out, giving me the height of the chimney. Drop a line down there. Drop a line down there. That's going off to the RVP. Take a line going off to RVP. Take a line going off to RVP. Right, find this point. There's the hole in the chimney. There it is, coming down, touches the picture plane there. Drop that down into my picture, and I now have that corner over there. I can now draw a line going back to LVP, which links up with that line over there. I've got this corner over here. Take that down, whoops. Take that down to picture plane. Drop that down into my picture, and I now have that corner of the chimney, hole in the chimney there. Take that back to LVP, and I can draw that part, and I can draw that part. And obviously it is a hole, so I have a little line that needs to go down there as well. Okay, I have got the front part of this over here, or the fireplace part in there. So I need to take that out. You can see the hidden detail there, hidden detail there. Let's take that out with the correct set square. Take that out from there, take that out from there. Let's get the height of this. There it is. Drop that down. Drop that down. Take that back to the RVP. Going back to RVP over there. Take this back to RVP over there. Find those 2 points over there by taking a line to stationary point. Take a line to stationary point. Drop that down. And drop that down. Right, we found the top of the fireplace. I can draw a line between those 2 points over there. Okay. I know that I've got the other height over here for the bottom of the fireplace part. So I need to find the bottom of the fireplace. There we go. Let's just find that. There it is over there. Let's just use this green over there. There's the green line. Okay. That line coming down to the green line over there. See that? Coming down to the green line. There it is. And I now can take that going back to RVP over there. Right, once I've got that point, I actually don't need to take the other point. I can take that straight the way across to the LVP, and I can then draw in the bottom part of the fireplace over there, and I can draw in that line and that line. I need to find this part over here, that story, take that down, take that off to RVP over there. There it is, connecting over there, that back point over there. I can then draw a line, lining that back point over there with these two blue lines coming down over there. There we go. And I can then drop a line coming down over there, and drop a line coming down over there. They'd probably not want you to have this little piece of line in here. Just rub that out quickly. Prepare these lines so that they are very much there, so that you don't lose any marks. And draw in these two little lines over there and over there. I've got a line that's obviously going to go from that corner off to RVP over there, and from that corner over there going off to RVP to give the impression of those holes going in there. Right, I think that is everything on this drawing. Cool.